I. Hi, chat.
Sorry.
What did you forget?
OBS keeps fucking with my audio. It's not my fault. Oh, we didn't miss much, chat. Something weekly D&D bunch of queer.
Trying to tell Mothman.
Yeah,
how to
they're just
collect
prepping
blood.
to leave, and they were telling Mothman how to take care of the willing prisoner in the basement. That's all you missed, chat. Sorry, I'm a total idiot. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm gonna say around this time is probably when Floor is either making their way downstairs or if it, to after having gathered the last of their things, and comes into the kitchen and is like, what's going on?
Mothman projects an image to you of their notepad, and then you just see next to them, this next image, just a bunch of different animals being bloodlet.
Oh, talking about our friend downstairs, probably then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can. I've got. Floor turns to rummage into their bag and pulls out a couple of the vials of blood. I've also got these so that we can hold off on the hurting the animals for now and let them get used to their new homes.
Oh, right. That'll work.
And Floor will pass two of the vials that they have to Mothman.
Mothman takes the vials and then kind of just is holding them, unclear what to do.
And Floor will explain that this is. We'll picture the vial and say equals blood, and shows them a image of feeding our friend some of the blood from the vial.
Mothman nods. All right, anything else that you'd like to do?
Floor doesn't really have anything else, so
No.
once that's clear to Mothman, we'll probably head outside to join the others.
Yeah. Fess will follow them out after giving Hoffman one more squeeze.
You all make your way down the hill. Much of the snow has melted or is in the process of melting, though it is still very much noticeable.
Still winter.
Roughly, yeah. As you are, especially here. Typically, you wouldn't get snow like this at all here. But considering it's nonstop cloudy and there's been not a single day of sun and it's more cold here than the surrounding area, then yeah. As you guys make your way down the steps or the hill, there's a noticeable change on the horizon behind you, as now, next to your villa, is the tree. Its marbled colors, standing in defiance to the death all around you. You make your way towards the city. A few stray undead here and there, hobbling in the fields. And as you approach the large breach in the wall and make your way towards the exchange, you see that several members of the Moat Guardian are engaged in combat with what appear to be errant undead. Nothing too difficult for them to handle, seemingly just waiting for them to approach, and in a simple attack or two, taking them out.
Very routine.
As you approach, some of the Moat Guardian spot you. One of them recognizes you and looks to yell back at someone a little bit out of view. And as they do, the leader of the Moat Guardian, he wants to load, Violette, steps forward and looks you all over. Good to see you all. No more unwelcome visitors with you this time, I see. Are you here for just a visit, or?
I believe we're here to look for more progress.
I'm assuming in regard to the locations. Is that correct?
Yes. Also, Violette, I believe this is your first time meeting, but these are two of our new companions.
Pleasure to meet you. I am Fortune.
Yeah, what stands before you is they are a reborn. Which means they are
Visibly undead.
Yeah, but not decaying like the undead you were fighting before. They're just more pale more often than not. Violette has this very noticeable white hair. And she's kind of cladded out in this plated armor. She looks at you. Oh. Nice to meet you, I suppose. Yeah, you're gonna want to talk to Xavier's moths if you're gonna look for more information. We kind of do the whole protection thing. They do the whole scout thing. They're just inside, not too far from here.
Right, thank you.
Alright, back to it. And you see, some of the men who were kind of just gathering around, curious what was happening, stand at attention.
Be safe.
Go ahead. Oh, yeah, you too. All right. And they walk inside. And as you walk inside, I'm gonna. This is the first time for Kellen and Fortune to be here. This
Yes.
is an old trading hall that has seemingly been converted into some sort of refugee camp. In a way, it is a beautiful hall. I mean, for a town whose main trade was trade, they put a lot of money into this building. You know, beautiful stained glass, incredible stonework. This stands in front of a large, what you would assume used to have been like a market stall plaza. And then inside you've kind of got stables, and then you've got this large trading hall that would have been an all-weather sort of place for people to bring goods and trade. It is definitely a centerpiece for this part of town, standing larger than any of the other buildings. But it has been refitted by what you have gathered to be and told undead who are free of any sort of shackling, any sort of control over them. There is a sort of almost haphazard, I don't want to say shanty town, but in that essence of using the materials that you have to build structures for yourself, all across the sort of upper railing. So they've created a second floor essentially with wood, metal, stone, you know, whatever they can find to make a
More
Doozy,
space.
Doozy, are you able to go and push a dock or something? Because your keyboard is clicking the thingies, or at least up your action.
I'm sorry.
No, you're all right. I just hear your keyboard and it's distracting me because ADHD. But yeah, so it's kind of got like an upper space that's created a second level. It's not, I wouldn't say a crawl space, but definitely, you know, it's got that sort of vibe of, for those who are familiar with like Kowloon Walled City, that sort of vibe. And then the bottom floor has pretty much just been, again, turned into... You ever played Fallout? Think of like a Fallout settlement, almost. Or like, what was that town in the ballpark in Fallout 4?
Diamond City.
Diamond City. Kind of like that. You know how like Diamond City's get cobbled together?
Okay, I've turned on voice isolation on Discord.
Okay.
Let me know if it's any better.
Okay, I will do. Yeah, so like Diamond City, and then it's kind of like shambled together. And there are all ranges of undead. Some very large. Some who are missing body parts. Some who look like walking corpses. Some who look like ghosts. It is a very eclectic group. Noticeably, a lot of them are wearing some sort of patch or iconography of a scythe at an angle. As you can see on the screen that you guys can see. That little scythe. But you guys are told and kind of gestured towards the southern quarter, which is right near the entrance that you guys are at. And this is the home of the conjurers and the moths. This is the old warehouse section, and it has been converted into both a base for the conjurers and sort of a lay down spot for the moths. All about here are various...
You say moths.
No, there are moth people in my world. Unfortunately, this is not that. There are moth girls because I have a problem. But
But what are the moths you are describing here?
they call themselves the moths. They are a you're welcome to ask in character, actually, to your compatriots. And those, for those who don't remember, the moths were kind of like the spies and the scouts of the organization. But you're welcome to ask your companions in character.
I mean, has it been brought up in character? It's like, oh yeah, that's the
Violette told you to go find the moths.
Yeah, Fortune will turn to the rest of the team and what are these moths? I presume they are not like our friend at the mansion.
No, not quite. They're more like the eyes and ears of the unshackled.
Spies, then.
Yes.
Spies, scouts, the general intelligence.
I do also want to, like, out of character, seeing all of the everything,
Mm-hmm.
Fortune, like, while she will still speak as though she is composed, she definitely looks a little bit nervous and is once again habitually holding the symbol around her neck as they walk past various undead creatures, and especially like the more monstrous looking ones.
Fair
But
enough.
she's not saying anything
Mm-hmm.
about them, and she's not like being hostile.
I was wrong
Yeah.
in that I said earlier that it was that Violette was a reborn. That is incorrect. They are not technically a reborn. If there's anyone who cares enough to correct me on that, they are just appear as such. But yeah, that does not matter too much. But yes, okay.
Would Fess would Fess know enough about Fortune to like pick up on
Give me an insight roll.
Fortune's discomfort?
Do an insight roll, and
I could do that.
Doozy, I'll. Is Fortune trying to hide it?
I'll go with yes. I'll
give me a
do
deception
roll
check.
for
Then.
it.
Yeah, give me a deception check then. Because you're trying to deceive your.
Good luck.
Technically, yeah, that's all right.
Normal.
Oh! Wow. Unfortunately, no. Fortune just seems to be.
No, that's a nat 20.
It's an at 20 on it.
Oh, it didn't turn green.
Because skill checks, it normally doesn't.
Yeah. Because technically a nat 20 doesn't matter, but in this case,
Yeah.
I will. Especially if Doozy wants it to be.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, Fess, you can
We'll play our
tell
roleplay game.
Doozy is very much trying. Not Doozy. Fortune is very much trying to hide their feelings. You can definitely tell that she's trying to convey. She's trying to convey poise.
That she's okay.
Yeah.
She's trying to show that she is okay and calm and fine seeing all of this.
Yeah. But with a keen eye, Fess notices that something is up. So
I would
Fess is just
definitely
gonna
also say that because you've seen her like clutch her symbol when she's been unsure before. But yes, you got it.
Yeah, so Fess is taking care not to draw attention to Fortune's discomfort, since Fortune is so being so careful and considerate to our unlikely allies. Fess is just gonna reach over and just kind of give a quick tap on the shoulder, and then a flat palm pat. Like,
Fortune
you're doing great.
Fortune startles at
Oh,
the
no.
touch. But composes herself again and kind of leans towards Fleur, and it's like, and these are allies, yes? They are
Floor or
all-
Fess?
You.
Yeah, Fess.
Okay, sorry.
No worries.
It's
So
like they are all
yes.
themselves.
Yes. It's quite unusual. But as far as we can tell, yes.
I just realized I haven't described the city itself to our two new companions. You are in a trading hall within the entrance of the city. Now, what you guys walked through, there is a large wall that goes around the city. However, where you guys entered is some sort of breach in that wall, where two large doors that would have been on the wall have fallen down, but it kind of is like it's like a hemisphere of like broken rock off of the wall into the area. Now, you guys have entered the city. Now, from what you can tell, this city obviously has seen better days. You could have seen various barricades as you guys entered, sort of in the various alleyways and whatnot. Beautiful stonework, even for what you were told would be in the more poorer part of town. Well, maybe not this part of town, but like the poorer section of the town. Still beautiful stonework. It's just has seen better days. You know, there are bits that have overgrown and then now it's just dead vines, or bits of stone tiling have come off the roofs. Mostly second story buildings, where the first is a bit of stone and then you have some beautiful woodwork. Most noticeably, the woodwork would be very exquisite. But again, it has all seen better days, broken windows. Very clearly, no one is living properly here. The exchange is actually where the only place that you see light in this entire city. It is eerie to see a city of this size. Pelosia was a large city-state before its fall. And now the only movement you see is shambling undead and other good shambling undead. And that's probably the best way to describe it for now. But this wall is imposing, and you would have been able to see it occasionally from the base. But yeah, where you guys entered used to have been a wall and doors. If you guys want to both give me perception checks, I'll see if you guys see anything on the way in. Sorry, I totally thought back on this. Robot sent me a message of clarification, and I realized you guys haven't been here before.
And
Kellen, as Fulchin's kind of keeping an eye on the undead forward, Kellen is keeping an eye and noticing that where the wall has broken, one, the door has fallen inwards. So whatever this wall on the outside was, those doors have fallen in. You also notice that a lot of the bricks and whatnot have almost like claw marks through them along the stonework. And for you, Kellen, you've been here. You've been in Belosia for a long time. You may have never been to the city itself, but you know enough of like from the people around that this place was the feral lichens very likely are the cause for these scraps because it matches and it's in line.
Just so you know, I should not have had advantage on that. I don't know why I did.
It doesn't matter. I went for the first one anyways. But yeah. So you can assume that it was lichens that caused a lot of the damage. And you can see skeletons kind of piled up along the side of the wall. But it is clear that at some point, this wall failed and fell inward. And those doors falling inward probably brought the stone with it. And that's what kind of has created this weird, and then when those stones are brought forward, then the ones near it kind of fall as well. So
yeah, Kellen does look a little uncomfortable. Not just uncomfortable in general.
And as a reminder, again, since we haven't played in some time, I want to give you guys all a reminder that for at least you, Kellen, and for those, the only person who probably wouldn't know this is Fortune, unless Fortune, I can't remember if Fortune's been told this or not. But the story of this place is pretty simple. At least from what Kellen would know. There was some sort of outbreak of lycanthropy, right? That started in the woods and was dismissed. I guess actually Fortune probably may have picked up on it. I'll leave that up to you, Fortune.
Okay.
We maybe was told it when you were in Sanctuary. But there was an outbreak of lycanthropy that came from the woods. And it slowly spread. And over time, that spread into the farmlands and started spreading into the city. And people were very dismissive of it at first. Oh, it's just wild animals. Oh, it's just, some serial killer. They were never very willing to accept that it was something larger than a minor inconvenience. And by the time they did, there was too many of them within the walls. And in that, the people of the lower city were abandoned by the upper city. The upper city has a second set of walls, and those gates were shut, leaving the lower city to fend for themselves. Now, when this happened, the living people of the lower city would split into two. One group went north, one group went south. The group that went south would go into form Sanctuary. The group that went north was overrun and all became lichens. Now, those people got a second chance in the form of Lyra. And were freed from sort of the maddening hunger. And those are the people who make up the town of Lumbine now. Now, it's not clear when this door would have fallen. No one really has talked about that too much. It's possible that it was closed at one point when they were planning to flee, but it's not been important enough for them to say something about that. Any questions about that? Cool. All right. So, as you guys enter the old warehouse area, you guys see a familiar face, again, to those who have been around. And that is the face of Percy. She is she calls herself a cleric on death. She worships the goddess Stephanie. And she's kind of seen as like this. People seem to really love her and appreciate her around here. They all call her Mistress Percy. She's an elf. She's a little bit taller. She's got, long pointed ears, but her skin is extremely pale, and her two eyes, you can't even see them anymore. They are just they're like a pinkish red, glowing. And she's donned out in gear, and she seems to be speaking to some individuals of the Moths when she sees you all arrive. Ah. Well, there's some friendly faces, and 2 new ones, it seems.
Greetings. I am Fortune.
It's a
Kellen.
pleasure to meet you. Oh, sorry, what was that?
Kellen. And I kind of like do a half bow.
My name's Percy. I am the chosen of Persephone. I am her guiding will for those suffering with the curse of undeath. I act as a counselor here, guiding those who are sort of dealing with it. I understand you two are new. Counselors, we work to help those understand their new unlife and try to help people deal with that reality. And she kind of looks up to all of you as a group. I'm to understand you were overrun recently with undead. Glad to see you all made it in one piece.
We fought them back.
Generally none the worse for wear, indeed.
No, unfortunate bites to the arm?
Well,
Fortunately not.
we did have, not one of us, but one of the werewolves, correct? Got bit.
Interesting. How's their condition?
I can remember from that. They were fine when we left, but probably good to get them assistance as soon as possible. We can bring them if that's helpful.
It's not really
Mm,
something we can help with, unfortunately. In fact, that might be... Our best researchers are actually with you there, at the moment.
it's more of a monitor and consider what the implications of the two, well, not necessarily curses, intertwining. See what happens then.
Maladies, yes.
Maladies, indeed.
I would, Yeah, I would speak to Emil about that. I believe Emil's still there with you all.
Yes.
Good. I would be interested. I've not heard of anything like that before. You have a dueling fates almost between the two. If anything, it would outright kill them, I think. I don't know if the soul, once it's changed in one way, can be changed in another. But it's something to consider, nonetheless. I hope you all are here on good news, or intended good news.
Well, we're here at the exchange to see if there's been any progress locating the other bastion of the ward. One of the wards has already been dealt with, as you're
Yes.
likely aware, but we're
Well, I've got one of
currently
the
lacking information on the other.
moth leaders, to say the speak. He was just exchanging information with. Do you have any information to share with them? And this sort of crumply old. He's kind of got like this scragglier beard that's kind of patchy, not because the beard has fallen out, but because the skin has. He's very zombie-esque almost. Oh yeah, you're all well, if I'm not mistaken, you all took out the one at the library. Yeah, that place, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, from what we understand, there's some sort of something going on at the old Church of Life. In the north side. Well, it's like northwest side of the city. Also over that way. Yeah.
Of course. Why not turn the Church of Life into a sigil for...
Well, it is kind of fitting, isn't it?
You say fitting, I say ironic.
Well, in a way, it is. All of this is ironic. The gods have a funny sense of humor. Isn't that right, Percy? And Percy kind of looks down, not acknowledging the joke, but kind of just looks at him. Anyways, right, yeah. So, Church of Life up that way. Yeah, we believe it's that way, but we haven't sent any of the moths in there because the last time we sent moths in, they went insane. I don't know if you remember that.
We remember that.
That wasn't good for them. So we haven't sent anyone in. There's some sort of barricade out front, but you should be able to make it in. I think there's like a big gap through the barricade because the undead don't know how to navigate a barricade. So, yeah. Weirdly, there's something to be said about their movements lately. There was a large number of them that headed towards your guys' thing. I don't know why I've started taking on this Boston accent, but we're just gonna kind of stick with it. There was a large number of them headed that way, but not that much. It's kind of interesting. After the whole first barrier went down, we kind of would have expected a large sort of protection of our base, but we haven't really seen that.
Well, and she likely wouldn't have thrown so many at us. Or I should say, she likely wouldn't have placed all of her hopes in stopping us with the horde she sent.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good number, but it wasn't like a lot. And we've seen an uptick of attacks here, but not anything to be concerned about. There's nothing we can't handle.
They did have a couple that were much stronger than the others.
You'll see that. Wait until you deal with the ones up on the rooftop. Oh god, they're horrible. They look like someone took their skin and then kind of just yanked. And they got these horrible little twofers. It's horrible. Anyways. I don't know what to tell you, to be honest with you. It's kind of a lot going on over there. We're welcome to send a few scouts for you or try to protect you, but seems like she's almost waiting for you.
Yeah.
Suppose at this point that is to be expected.
Well, you did kind of fuck with her in her first place.
Well, and considering her interest in at least one of our fellows.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, I wish you all the luck. If there's any information I can go get for you, I could find that out, but, well, yeah.
Mm,
Percy kind of looks at him and looks at you all. The Church of Life, it was a symbol of faith here. It's not unsurprising that she's desecrated it.
yeah. It's not a surprise. I just wasn't aware that they had one here.
Oh, well, with the 8, you're gonna find places like that all over the time. All these churches, and to be honest with you, they, Pelosia was a... Pelosia was once home to a lot of bankers, and when you spend your entire life stealing money from the poor, you often seek higher powers to justify your endeavors.
Yeah, they've got higher powers to justify many things.
Yeah.
Thinking back on cruelty abounds no matter where you were born.
I'm sure there are untold secrets hidden across this town, filled with cruelty. Tales that have gone ignored, hidden.
Silenced.
Is there any other information we can find for you? I'm sure the moths would be more than happy to locate something.
I can't think of anything. What about you all?
So what's the plan? Are we just going to go to this church? Is that what we're doing now? I'm talking out of character.
That's probably going to be one of the next steps, yes. To try and make our way over there.
Any information on any particularly large threats?
Well, what'd you say?
Continue your thoughts first.
Percy looks at the moth and... Well, I mean... There is plenty. I mean... She controls those... with incredible ease. And... like I said, there's plenty of different types. I would be here all day telling you. Undeath takes many forms, to be honest with you. They, it's often based on how you die. But, no, I really don't know what you're walking into in there. We haven't dared try to go in there. It may be really easy, but I wouldn't underestimate her at all.
Are there any types you know of that feed on blood?
Oh yeah, 100%. I've seen a few, yeah. some say she does as well. But, even those, wrinkly fuckers I was telling you about, they like to try to go for blood, but unfortunately, a lot of us don't have that, so... We don't have any here, if that's what you're curious about.
No.
No, they haven't seemingly been enough of them, but... Only other thing I can think of, there was some sort of disturbance going on at the mines, but that's completely other side of the city, and it'll take you a while to get over there. We didn't bother go too close in there, but... I don't know what to tell you. There's too much. I would be here all day warning you.
Have you ever seen one seemingly powered by lightning?
Oh, yeah. The, conjurers used to use something like that. But then we kind of realized that all those souls were kind of congealed into a singular creature. And even if you exchanged one of them, it, as far as I understand, the others couldn't, so then you had this sort of, like, internal battle of morality. It was a whole thing. You're talking
had
about
one
where they're,
of
like,
those.
stitched together?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
We had one of those attack our
Oh, yeah, they're nasty
base.
fuckers. Look, I really don't know what you're going to get in there. I'm sure Emil could help you out, but I think Emil is out patrolling right now. I just,
Prepare for the worst, I suppose.
yeah, I just don't like that she doesn't seem to be worried about protecting herself.
I believe there was some kind of line about overconfidence being a slow and insidious killer.
For your sake, I hope that's what the case is. Percy looks at you all. Is there anything I can do for you before you... Anyone else you need to speak to? Yeah.
Okay, so the thing I was bringing up, we've been to the magic store emporium, right? Already?
Oh, I put the wrong thing on the list. I was putting down the list stuff for you, and my brain put down the wrong thing. No. Yes, you went to
The magic store was one of the first places we went.
yeah, what was it called? It was,
God.
what was it called?
Mystic something or other? Had a name.
Emporia is different than an emporium. Emporia was the human trafficking organization.
Oh, right, that one.
I put it on your list because I realized it wasn't on there, and that was something you guys had mentioned before that you wanted to look into.
Right, there was a location listed in one of the pieces of literature that was related to that. Oh.
It was the journal.
Journal.
Time War journal.
Yeah. Yeah, so there was that they had been working at the Raven Mill. When they went missing, and then and then they were going to follow the shipment that was also supposed to be somewhere close to the Raven Mill.
Yeah, Emporia was the human trafficking organization that you guys read in that journal. And then Pez, you're the only one who would have remembered this, since you were the only one there. Remember the girl on the horse, like the first episode we ever did?
Yes.
And then she went missing, and
She went
then
missing in the woods, and no one knew what happened to her. Yes.
yeah, it was suspected that she was trafficked. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's Emporium. I put it on your list because that was something you guys had mentioned before.
Okay.
But all you know from the journal is that they're operating near Raven Mill. And then 501 Proto. It ended up being a false lead. This Emporia thing was just some weird kink group, I guess. All that led was to some brothel in the Laurel City. No sign of Annie. And then they said no, found her. Tongue was cut off. She had a letter E on her shoulder. Still looking. Mentions being here in Raven Mill. Taking your time.
Yeah.
So that's all you really have is a few locations. But you're welcome to ask about them.
And I can't recall if we've already talked to the exchange about whether or not it's possible to unshackle a vampire spawn. Because I think we talked about something about them being both alive and undead at the same time because they never technically died or whatever. But I can't recall.
They don't. I mean, they were just asked about the blood drinkers, and they didn't seem to know too much. You're welcome to ask Percy or Miss Captain about them, but.
Mm-hmm. Miss Percy.
Yes.
Have you ever had any of the blood drinkers become unshackled as you all are?
Would you mind if we step over here? And they kind of, the moth kind of just shrugs, and she's gesturing for all of you to follow. She just seems to want to be away from the moth.
Hag.
I will follow and step away.
What you describe Look, I have heard rumors, whispers. I don't know if they're true. A lot of these visions that come to me from my goddess are piecemeal.
Mm-hmm.
But she speaks of an undead, many undead, who I will have to guide in new ways. That something about floodgates, and once they're open, it'll be a new... Look, we don't know anything about the upper city. I wish we did. I wish we had at least a singular person there from there. But we don't. And, there was rumors many years ago, allegedly that some girl snuck out of the upper city before the walls went up, but what she snuck out for, I don't know. When it comes to the type of undeath that the Baroness struts around in, I believe it is this blood drinker, what have you.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the knowledge we've heard, words here and there, tales of some sort of similar undeath in Comet Fall, but I don't know. But her soul is changed in a different way than ours will be. The scythe being able to free someone like her, I don't know. Hell, we don't even know where, a lot of us don't know where the scythe comes from. I just...
All right.
I can look into it.
I would appreciate that because I'm not sure if any of reports have come in, but at the last sigil we found multiple of these blood drinkers that seem to be some of them seem to be unwaveringly loyal to the Baroness in ways that are unfathomable to me, while others don't like her but still have to follow her orders, as if they don't have a choice in the matter. But they still have a will, a thought process of their own at the moment, even though they are most certainly not alive as we are, or even as you are.
But it's almost like their will can be overwritten in some ways.
What do you know?
Mm-hmm.
of the god Rag. You guys can give me a religion check if you'd like.
Yes, please.
In Dwarvish, she's also known as Baal.
Oh, I rolled a natural one. No. No.
Vanny, you would have heard whispers of this name. Some sort of death deity from the Shadowfell. Loosely related.
Shadowfell.
Possibly related to Hema, which is a demigod of blood, but it's not too much, to be honest.
Hematite, more like hematite. Nice.
Yes.
I'll relate that. Isn't that something related to some goddess Hema? Something blood?
I don't know for certain, and I've heard whispers of this. Again, what my goddess tells me. It's never been confirmed, but there has been cases of blood-related maladies like that affecting the soul all around, leaving someone in a state of not life, not death. The only reason I know of it is because I think people liken it to undeath, because it is kind of a form of undeath. But there's always been theories, never substantiated, never proven, never able to be confirmed, that Rag or Hema might be involved. Gods of blood. But I have no way to prove that. All my goddess has told me is that it is linked in some way to this occurrence, to this malady of the vampire, they call it. A name that takes itself from Rag, but again, is that just a misnomer? Or is it a true connection?
Or starts rummaging in her bag again and pulls out the final vial.
Yes, what's this?
So this is a sample of the of the medium that they were using for the sigil. But there were multiple sources of blood in the sigil, or in the room where the sigil was. But this is from the sigil itself, where the
May I?
and it's yes, that's why I pulled it out.
Puts it in her pale hand, and you see she waves her hand over it, casting some sort of identification spell.
I knew it, I could tell it was different from the other sources, but I haven't had a chance to study it deeply to try and determine why it is different.
Its energies are interesting, aren't they?
But you bringing up these deities,
I don't know.
brought
I don't know
it
if
to
they're
mind.
linked or not. But it is just a theory that has been put out there. Perhaps it's just named in that because it originated in a follower trying to cast some sort of blood curse and it became a thing, you know? I can't be certain that there is any actual link beyond what history has hinted at.
Mm-hmm.
The only other interesting thing is the banners that Roma was flying along the wall, tattered, shitty banners, do depict a bat, which is one of the symbols of Rag. It's the only reason I bring it up.
Mm.
So if it is this malady of the vampire, the vampirism as they call it, and it is indeed tied to Rag, or Hema, that's interesting. But again, it
Well,
could
it's-
just be blood-related item tied to blood-related god.
Mm.
Like we know Undeath doesn't have anything to do with Stephanie, yet she still watches over them. She hands the vial back to you. The vial's interesting. It's not natural blood.
Yeah, so that I'm
It's almost like
I'm
life
concerned
force.
I'm concerned it came from a source beyond the Baroness.
Almost certainly.
Mm. But as of now, I've not had time to dedicate to figuring out anything more about it.
I'll consult the bones within the library. I guess I could actually consult the books now that we have control of the archives again. I can search there as well if you'd prefer. Don't take what I say as gospel. It's just a rumor that this curse, correction, malady, has shown itself occasionally around, well, from what I understand, Cometfall and Vathis were the two places. Vathis is the home of the Dark Elves, for you guys probably all know that, or, well, not all of you, but
Those of us from the area.
those from the area would know that. Yeah, I don't know if it's just because it's blood related, they linked it to a blood god, or if there's some sort of blood magic involved. Blood magic is very different from what I understand. I know there are blood clerics and blood sort of warriors of types who use actual blood magic, but they typically dedicate themselves to Hema. So I don't know why there would be a difference in that, why this one would be linked to the vampire and they would call it vampirism, or knowledge is fickle when you're trying to deal with these things, and the gods are even more so.
Indeed.
So, I wish I had more information for you, but Rag's not a good god. And that's not me saying like, oh, this god's evil, this god's good. No. We often try to prescribe morality and common ideologies to beings beyond our creation. Gods aren't like us. Anyone who's dealt with the Fae know that extraplanar creatures are nothing like us. But there's some of them that everything you learn about them, you're pretty damn sure you know what kind of person they are. Person doing a lot of work there, but my point is the same. Not great, to put it lightly. And as I understand, that was part of the reason why a lot of these blood hunters and these people who practice blood magics moved away from Rag, but to his son, because it was giving them a bad name. So, if it does have anything to do with Rag, God's help us. But that's all I could tell you. This is a really long about way of me saying that I don't think it's the same because it's blood related, but it is still a form of undeath. I just don't know if the scythe would work.
Okay.
There's really not a lot known about it.
What's the worst that could happen if you try?
Well, nothing. And I'm sure the council would be willing to discuss it. But you have to... Oh, right, you're new here. My apologies. The council is...
They make all the decisions.
Well, yes, quite obviously, but a little bit more... a little bit more specifically, the council is a bunch of labor groups. That's how the exchange works. We are a collective of labor groups. Each have a representative that stand on this council. There are 7 labor groups across the sound. I will give you these quickly. We have... I'll try to use the common... the mark word for it. The keepers, the conjurers, the tenders, the counselors, the moths, the knowledge... concierge of knowledge, the word's a little bit hard there. Laborer, and then obviously you have your minister. So each labor group elects a minister to sit on this council. And there are 7 members. But as with any council, politics plays in. There are 2 main groups, fraternity and eclaircy. The fraternity believe that everyone who has been reborn deserves freedom and a chance at their second life. And then there's those who, in my opinion, wrongly believe that unlife is a curse and that those would be better off dead than given freedom. And as it stands currently, eclaircy is leading the council, which means at least for the year, we're not freeing anyone.
Yes, I remember. But I don't remember if it was Violette or someone else that we had spoken to mentioning something of this.
It's
Maybe
very
it was Emil.
Emil. Emil, or it could have been either Emil or Violette. They're both members of the fraternity. They're both believers that everyone deserves freedom to choose. So. So even if that were to happen, I could try to get them to do a special vote, considering we are dealing with a completely new type of being, but and a being that, as I understand, still have their mind in many ways, just not their will. The next vote wouldn't be for half a year.
Hmm.
It's every Hallow's End.
I see.
Hallow's Eve. Hallow's End is a WoW thing. Hallow's Eve. I wish I had more information for you there, but just be mindful of that. If Rag is involved, well,
Things are not going to be pretty.
I just don't understand why.
Mm.
A malady of
Why
blood.
would any god get involved?
Exactly.
Entertainment.
Sure, but to create a whole malady to your specific liking?
Well, from what I can tell, those affected by the malady seem to be all but immortal.
It is very possible that it was created once and has just spread. That is a whole other possibility. And more likely than not the case. I doubt it's an active effort, and most of the gods are just like, hey, I did it once, it was a funny prank.
Well, and it could be that it passively spread to a point and then has been actively spread in the takeover of Belosia.
Yeah,
For
perhaps
whatever purpose.
someone who was
that
afflicted with
was.
this malady was involved with the takeover. It's very likely what it
At this
is.
point, it's all possible.
Well, I wish you all the luck.
Yes. Thank you.
And, Fortune, was it?
Correct.
I'd be, remiss that wearing a symbol of a purifier may not be the best decision around a bunch of typically considered unpure individuals. Perhaps tuck it into your shirt.
Right.
Stephanie be with
I
you.
am still learning. And I'll tuck the symbol away.
Just walking around with like I'm trying to think of like a real world equivalent. It's like wearing like a KKK hood to like I don't know, but you know what I mean? It's like this like well, maybe that's a little bit more aggressive. Because the purifier isn't bad necessarily.
Yep.
More
We
so,
know that for a fact.
yeah, maybe that's not the right equivalent. Didn't mean to just call your god the KKK. Not what I meant to say. This is why I shouldn't be allowed to run my mouth. I meant more so of like something very divisive.
Mhm.
Like wearing like the Empire was right to like a Star Wars convention.
Oh God.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think. Oh, all right, we're gonna move from that.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I was gonna see if I could find you a bigger shovel.
That's a continue
I should
digging.
point out the god Pyrrhus is not the KKK.
Do you want a digger instead?
She's just
A
complicated.
construction digger, yeah.
Backhoe.
Okay, all right. As you all leave the exchange, unless Althea wanted to go to the pub again, because that went so well last time.
Oh yeah, that went so well last
what
time.
I mean, it can't go
Aplia.
bad this time, right?
It can go very bad.
I imagine the rest of your group.
Apple is going to try and sneak off.
Really? Like, actually?
Yes, she's going to try and sneak off.
You guys are about to go and try to kill the Baroness.
Well, potentially, yes. We don't know that she'll be there in person.
Okay. Althea, give me a
But-
stealth check.
Yeah. You gotta actually try for this one.
Del, oh god.
Yeah, you are
1 second.
attempting, like, you as a group are about to go try to do something very dangerous. And you've just
Please,
attempted to leave.
please, I swear, please.
You guys see, as like you're walking past the bar, Althea she just does like a 90-degree turn.
Aplia?
Sorry, I thought I heard something. Yeah, I thought it was like called my name.
Are you sure you're alright?
Yeah, no, my arm also got stuck to like the wall. Ow, it hurts.
Do we even need an insight to tell she's lying?
No, your guys' passive perception is way higher. Oh yeah, in terms of, yeah, insight, yeah.
Ow. Ow.
Do you attempt again, or you just, because at this point,
No, Flora's just going to place a hand on Afflia's shoulder, and or a winged hand on Afflia's shoulder, and I'm sorry, Afflia, but I'm very certain I didn't hear anyone call your name. But let's continue on.
But I hurt my arm. My arm hurts.
Well, we can't really assist you with any magical healing, or things will just get worse. So.
Nothing bad will happen. She just walks with them.
you guys make your way, and it is eerily easy for you all to seemingly make it to the directions. You are quietly, stealthily making your way towards
Flora will be
Sorry.
scanning the rooftops.
Yeah, there are things watching you, it seems.
Mhm.
But they don't
But they're
seem
not
to
doing
be
anything.
engaging with you for some reason.
No,
We can almost certainly expect all of the resistance to be at the sigil itself.
Althea,
That's me, yes.
in your head, you hear a familiar voice.
Fuck's sake.
You didn't let me go to the bar.
Yeah, going to the bar wouldn't have saved you. It would have made it worse.
Might have a little bit.
No, it wouldn't have.
Coming to visit me, are you?
Avalia kind of tenses.
Do you...
Did you guys hear that?
Oh, okay.
What were you saying after?
Did you guys not hear that voice?
Nope.
What?
No.
Nice.
Did it sound like anyone?
The really hot lady.
Oh, for fuck's sake. She is dangerous, Afflia.
She
need to
just
get
asked
this
me if I
through
was
your
coming to
head.
visit her.
Okay, she's waiting for us.
But am I telling the truth? I'm joking.
Look, I know you. And I got off on a rather wrong foot. But I think we could have a lot of fun together. You don't need these.
But these are my friends.
Yeah, but do you think your friends would... Are you saying that out loud or in your head?
Does Athlia know it's in her head or not?
Yeah, it's clearly in her head.
Oh, it's clear that no
She's-
one else heard it.
She's joking, like she's going to say it out loud by accident. These guys are my friends.
Would your friends understand all that you've dealt with, though?
Athlia?
Do they know about the dreams that you have?
No.
They don't know about what you are. What you truly, truly are.
Athlia?
There's something hiding you from the world. Something keeping you cooped up, preventing you from spreading your wings. There's so much beauty in that, don't you think?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh. You don't know who you are, do you?
You guys can see Athlia is visibly tensed. Is like gripping a hold of like the whip on her side.
Athlia, what's going on?
I don't know.
All these creatures in your life. Hellspawn. So interested in you. You never thought to think why?
There's nothing interesting about me.
Oh, I disagree. There's something so interesting about you that you're being protected. Well, shielded under false pretenses that you can't handle it. Because whoever put it on you sees you as weak. Sees you as... sees you as a child.
I'm not weak.
Oh, I know.
And I'm not a child.
I can tell. Despite your short stature, there's so much power in you. So much rage, anger. Yet, you're being coddled. And I could fix that for you, you know. Remove the safety blanket.
No.
No.
I'm not being coddled.
Oh, you are.
I'm
You
not.
don't see the spell that engulfs you? Prevents you from being beauty, being grace, being incredible.
This part she is going to say out loud. What spell?
There's something around you. I don't know. But if I were to have a look in person, you were able to let me pull back the curtain a little bit. I think, well, I am certain that we could find out what it truly is.
Where is the spell?
Think it over, Althea. Think over how I could help you. Not them. They clearly can't help you. They're as confused as you are. Just when you get here, I'm willing to help you if you help me. We don't have to consider it now. Just think it over. You've got a little while till you get here.
Aphlia?
And what I'm suggesting doesn't mean your friends can't join either. I just know what you are, and I know how strong you are. You don't have to abandon them. You just have to help them see the right way as well.
Athea, who is it that is speaking to you?
There's so many things that times are changing, and I don't want to protect you. I don't want to shield you. I don't want to coddle you. I want you to shine. I want you to be incredible. Together, you could join me, you know. Your friends seem concerned, and that intersection that you all stopped in is quite dangerous. So, I'll let you go, but I want you to consider I can break that spell in exchange for companionship. An allyship. Let me show you true power. We work together and we can rule together. Not locked away in some sort of cell like you are now. Think it over, Althea. And I'll see you shortly.
Shit.
Aphlia? What's this about a spell?
The spell that's on me.
What do you mean?
She said she knows the spell that is on me. And knows how to break it.
Hmm.
You have any idea how easy it is to lie about something like that?
Or how easy it is to make
Besides,
guesses.
she was speaking in your head. And she was casting a spell on you.
I've got no spell cast on me. Other than the one that's very obviously on me currently. If you want to check, please go ahead.
Now, from what I can tell, Fortune, this method of communication is very similar to what Mothman uses. It's not actually a spell. There is a spell that imitates its effect, I believe. But I don't think it was... I don't believe that the Baroness requires it. Considering how she's linked to her many servants. It seems.
Athlea's just going to relay everything that was said to her in her head.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So she's going to see us very soon. She says that this spell is like she claims it's like a safety blanket for you, that you're being coddled. Okay. You know, this just seems to confirm what I was. Oh dear.
Does this change much, or is this something else we just have to keep in mind when we go forward?
Well, for now, it's nothing we can... There's nothing we can do or attempt to really experiment with if this spell does exist. It's something that we would have to continue observing and working on back at in a safer environs.
Well, then let's keep an eye on Aflia, and we'll keep going. If nothing's gonna change, then this is a later thing.
I'll say, nothing's going to change. Why do you have to keep an eye on me?
Yeah, very much so.
Why?
Because if
Well,
she
because
has
she's
access to your mind,
She's trying to convince you to help her.
when does convincing become forcing?
Mm-hmm. And I'm also worried about what happened the last time you saw the Baroness.
Oh, is that...
Okay. Nothing happened.
Oh, you appeared very flushed.
She's hot, okay? Let's just continue on.
Flustered, as it were.
She's just gonna walk ahead. Please gonna walk ahead, even though she doesn't really remember where she's going.
Yeah, this way.
Shit.
I'm sorry for teasing you, sweetheart.
As you all make your way around the ring of the city and approach life's temple, you notice an eerie fog clinging to the ground around it.
As of course.
Forms forming within, like grasping claws and withering serpents, awaiting you as you approach. Even the shadows within seem abnormally gaunt and move in unexpected ways, almost as if the shadows themselves are alive.
Welcome back.
And as you approach, you see the front of the temple. 2 gardens flank either side of the main door, now withered, decayed, and gone. In front of the elegant and gorgeous door that once welcomed practitioners are several carts aligned in a barricade formation. You see various zombies, skeletons, and various forms of undead mindlessly shambling and waddling in front of the barricade. 2 large pyres of bones stacked in a totem-esque fashion on either side. Blood sigils appear upon the stonework, staining it, creating some sort of unknown magic, deterring those who would wish to gain entrance. And with that, we will end today's episode. Before you stands the brink, perhaps the largest adversary you've dealt with thus far awaiting you. On the other side of those doors, someone who has taunted you, poked at you, consistently. She awaits you within. Were you all to gain entrance and find perhaps the reward you have been looking for, you may be able to go deeper into the city than you have ever before. Or perhaps it means your death awaits through the other side. We shall see.
Also, oh no, she's hot.
Oh god, she's hot.
Vampire lady.
You know who your players are. You know how to try and corrupt them.
I don't know what you're talking
You know how
about.
to target them
Alright.
directly.
All right, so hear me out. I've read this in a book.
Oh, no.
We should
Not-
all surrender. It'll be fun.
Oh
No.
god.
Oh no, don't tie me up, vampire lady.
Oh no, don't bite me.
Exposes his neck.
Drags fingers
Slap,
along
slap, slap.
expansive neck.
Slap, 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 slap. Wake up.
All right. Well, interesting episode today. Lots of information gathered and yarned. Perhaps something deep, perhaps nothing. But maybe your biggest adversary may be waiting for you on the other side of this door. Is she the BBEG? No. But does she feel like it? Yes.
Probably.
Is she a BEG? Big evil guy. Girl.
I can't say
Mini
what
boss?
I was going to.
Big booty. Wait. Okay,
No,
I'm gonna.
I was just gonna go with big beautiful woman.
Yeah, that works too. No. Well, okay. I'm gonna. Bye, chat. I'll see you all tomorrow. I think we're playing BG Food Blueprint. More Owlbear's Roost next Saturday.
Hopefully.
TM.
Yeah.
The
And
holidays are over. It's more doable now.
yeah, my grandma's doing better too, so I don't have to worry about.
Oh, that's
Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about that. So, all right, chat. Lots of love for me. And yeah, that's we can raid out. Let's raid. I don't really have a whole lot of viewers right. Yeah, fuck it. We'll go raid Wildflower. It looks like she's doing Dungeons and Dragons. Not Dungeons and Dragons. Sorry, GTRP. I need more tea. So go give her lots of love, and I will see you guys all tomorrow, chat. Bye.
Bye, Jen.
Bye.
Okay.